which is Stefanie Mauritz. She's our new director of ANUGA, and she will tell us all about the trends that ANUGA will highlight in the 2021 edition. Stefanie, das Mikro ist deins.
Good evening, everybody from Cologne. Here it's already evening, so nice to meet you here. It's a very nice and new development that we are able to meet here with so many different countries, and I'm very, very happy to meet you here. Thank you for your interest. So we will start with a little review of ANUGA, the world's largest trade show for food and beverage, and I will show you some of the results from last time. Last time, 2019, ANUGA results were an all-time record high. Last time it was the 100th birthday of ANUGA, which exists since 1919, which is a very, very long time. And last time we had about nearly 8,000 exhibitors, 9% from Germany, and more than 91% international exhibitors. In 2019, there were nearly 170,000 visitors from all over the world. 1/4 of visitors comes from Germany, and circa 3/4 of visitors come from international countries. Which you cannot see here, 70% of the visitors come from Europe. So this is perhaps important to know in these strange times with all these travel restrictions. And now we ask ourselves what will happen next time, how will ANUGA look like in 2019? And there is something we observe regarding the trends. Tom already presented before, and we see that the trends, there were some mega trends we asked the visitors and exhibitors for last time, and nearly 2/3 of visitors and exhibitors told us and mentioned that the mega trends are health, sustainability, and digitization. And what we observe now in times of Corona is that the mega trends are the same as before. It's even continuing faster than before, but it's the same mega trends as before, and it corresponds very, very well to everything Tom presented before. And now I will show you what we will do with ANUGA next time to focus on these trends. So we will have trend-setting conferences in 2021. This will be a premiere. We will organize for the first time New Food Conference. It's Europe's first conference featuring plant-based proteins, alternative meat proteins, and this is a premiere. We will also present in vitro meat. On the right side, you can see several startup companies who are developing in vitro meat, and some of them are preparing their market entrance in 2022. So autumn next year will be the perfect time to present the first prototypes. And we are convinced that all of the industry, the trade, and also the out-of-home market are very interested in tasting and seeing how this works with in vitro meat. And it will not only be in vitro meat, it will also be in vitro milk and eggs. And we guess there will be a big change in this area during the next years. Then we will also have Nutrition X Congress. We started this last time because we saw that personalized nutrition is getting more and more important, and this conference will show concepts, market strategies, markets for and around personalized nutrition. What will we have else new at ANUGA? There are different on-site marketplaces, and for the next time we will have 2 new on-site marketplaces. This corresponds to these mega trends and to all these trends Tom presented before. There will be a new on-site marketplace for free from health and functional foods, which is getting more and more important. And especially in these Corona times, we see that these products are getting more important. And then we will have a new on-site marketplace, ANUGA Clean Label. These are marketplaces where exhibitors have the chance to present their products and their company. And there is a special focus on these topics because all the media is interested in getting to know new products in these topics. And clean label, this will be non-GMO products and also natural products. And this is interesting, especially for exhibitors who have organic products, but who do not have the certificates. But normally we have in our ANUGA organic market, this is very, very strict. You have to have a certificate, but in this area, ANUGA Clean Label, you can present natural organic products without any certificates. And then we will continue with these marketplaces you perhaps already know, like ANUGA Innovation Area, ANUGA Trend Zone, startup areas. We will prepare the culinary stage again for the out-of-home market, and then we have halal and organic market. Just one, yeah. And now, corresponding to the trends Innova presented as well, we have next time, on the one hand, we have ANUGA trends, which are food trends. They are very interesting for consumers and as well for the media. And this is new for the next time. We also have key topics. It's not really trends, but it's very important because there is a significant and growing demand for these topics, but it's not really a trend. So there is, for example, kosher, halal, there is private label, and specialty and gourmet food. And the ANUGA food trends, this time we combine superfoods and ancient grains. Ancient grains are getting important, more important as we see. Then we have new clean label and free from unhealthy foods. Convenience and snacking is also something we see. It's very important for the consumer. This is ready to eat, ready to cook products. Then, as Tom said, alternative meat proteins and plant-based proteins or food. This is the really main trend at the moment. And then finally, sustainably produced or packaged products. So this is the chance to draw attention to more than, you can draw attention to the added value of your products when you position your products in these trend topics. And this will be a really innovation in the trade fair business in these strange times where we have travel restrictions, and it's possible that next year there are also some countries and companies who have economic problems, and we do not know at the moment what will happen in autumn next year. So it's possible that not every company, not every person can travel and or can afford to participate in ANUGA. So we will install a new digital marketplace. We are discussing how we should name it. At the moment, we call it ANUGA at Home. And there are some modules, you know, already from different other channels like YouTube and WhatsApp. It's a kind of combination of these channels you already know, like YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp. And we implemented this already for another show, which just took place in September. It was DM Expo, or Digital Marketing Exposition. It was very, very successful. And we will use this digital platform as well for ANUGA next year. So there are different modules, like you will have a lobby with a personal dashboard. There will be virtual cafes to meet and greet. There will be the discovery plot. You can see this at the bottom. It's a kind of meeting your community. This is a small picture at the bottom with all these little dots. These are small portrait photos of the whole community, and you are in the middle, and you can see the closer the people are to your portrait photo, the closer match your interests and preferences, and you can click on these small portraits and start communicating with the people. This is the discovery graph to, just 1 second, please. Then we have brand showrooms with virtual booths to present companies and also products. Then there will be a communication hub to text to video call with other people. And then we have different matchmaking platforms over there. So this will we start for ANUGA next year, this digital marketplace as well. And what will be, I suppose, very important next year will be that the trade fair is COVID compliant. So we set up different measures to have a COVID compliant trade fair. This means that we have digital visitor management, we have a crowd management, because it's very important that it's traceable, all the people in the venue, so that it's traceable who had contact with whom. Then we have a visitor registration. We have to ensure that all over the venue, the distance is assured. So this we will manage by an application which is called Digital Crowd Management. There are masks, everyone will have to wear masks. There is an enhanced cleaning protocol, and we will also have to reconfigure the show floor. So the every hall will be reconfigured, and we have wider aisles. So at the moment, it looks like we have to double the size of the aisles to be able to keep the distance everywhere in the venue. Then it will be important that all the exhibitors have a minimum of 12, 15 square meters. We are in the discussions at the moment if it will be 12 or 15 square meters, because we have to make sure that there is 7 square meters per person to be able to keep the distance. So this will change a lot. We know all halls will have to be reconfigured, and all the stands will have a different size than before. And then we can switch to the next chart. The next chart, please. Yeah. What is also very important at the moment we see for our exhibitors, this is carefree booking. The most important thing at the moment is to give them much as possible flexibility and planning security. So we have installed flexible deadlines with refund guarantees. We extended the early bird through the end of October. And we already now communicate that we will plan the whole trade fair COVID compliant, so that everyone knows already now in advance what kind of regulations have to be followed. And finally, we have a brand new hall. Before we had hall 1, it was close to hall 2. We have to deconstruct it, and then we have one brand new hall, hall 1+, and this will be the hall where we have this new on-site marketplaces, clean label, and health, free from and functional food. And we can switch. Yeah, we at the moment everyone asks. I have to. Oops. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. I have to switch off the photos because I couldn't see the whole slide, so now it's better. We ask our buyers, the visitors, what is important for them at the moment, because a lot of companies ask us what moves the buyer at the moment. And so we ask them how important are new product launches at the moment? Is it the right time to launch products? And there was, for example, a global sourcing director from a top North American retailer who told us, extremely important, we need to be able to keep our competitive status in our marketplace with the latest products, need to stay relevant for our customer in providing not only new products, but products that she needs for her family. This is what we observe in a lot of countries, that the women were very important for the decisions and for providing food for the whole family. So there was a head buyer from a top global retailer who mentioned, new products are pretty important as it is a dynamic category. Innovation is a key point creation of loyalty. And then we ask, what are the trends? And what are the trends driving current sourcing decisions? So the president of a top international importer mentioned trends. Yes, that could be flavors, ingredients, packaging, obviously clean ingredients. So this is a trend we focus on, clean. Healthy is very important, but also fun and new flavors. With people being in lockdown and limited travel, traveling through their food experience is very important. Lots more cooking as people are at home. Baking kits, meal kits, equally important are price points, making sure the prices are appropriate for the particular client. Value is always important. So we see that still new products and finding new products, finding new trends is absolutely very important for our top buyers. And we finally ask a third question. So how important are trade shows then and now? So the top buyers, they mentioned, there is nothing that can replace in-person transaction when it comes to understanding a supplier's capabilities or negotiating pricing. It gives the relationship a more human approach. And others said, we are currently sourcing by reaching out to our existing customers and contacts. Of course, this limits our options. It takes time to source new products. At a show, you can get so much accomplished in 3 days and see new suppliers, new countries, and new products. Another top buyer, head buyer of a top international distributor told us, getting back to normal and meeting people face to face, sourcing new products, etc. I only hope that ANUGA 2021 will be possible. So that's what we hope too. And we see that launching new products, discovering new trends, and meeting people face to face at trade shows is still very important. Then we can switch to the next slide, please. We are in the social media channels as well, so please join us in our ANUGA community. And we even have some more food fairs as well. We can, on the next slide, see the whole food portfolio. So it's ANUGA as like a mother, and then we have different satellites. In January, February next year, we will restart physically again with ISM. And ISM is the leading trade fair for sweets and snacks. And at the moment, we see that this trade fair is very, very stable, 77% compared to the sales status last time. So this industry wants to have a physical fair because at the moment they have travel restrictions. It's difficult to push the export business. So they are looking forward to have their physical fair. And then we have also different food fairs in India, in Brazil, in Colombia, in Japan, China. We just organized TIFEX ANUGA Asia now in September in Bangkok, which was very successful. And yeah, this is the whole food portfolio of Koelnmesse, and all around the globe. You can meet physically and in the future as well digitally your customers, new customers, and already existing customers. So thank you very much for your interest. This is leading me to switch again to Veronica, to hand over again to Veronica. And please send us your questions and we are happy to answer it.
Herzlichen Dank, Stefanie. Thank you so much. There was one question that was posted to me privately about ANUGA. We encourage you all to apply now because, you know, as you heard, we'll have wider aisles, other floor plans, and ANUGA already occupies the entire fairgrounds. So with wider aisles, it also means we're going to have less exhibit space. So the best way really for all of you who are not exhibiting in the country pavilion, but independently with your own spaces, please go to anuga.com and apply now. So you'll be in the first group that gets location assignments later on. It will be a while before floor plans are really going to be confirmed, but now is the time to apply. So I think at the moment
we will start allocating stand spaces starting November. So we will start with all the applications we receive until the end of October.
Yes, and then maybe also, I think Stefanie may have mentioned it already, we extended the early bird for the independent spaces, the non-country pavilions, until the end of this month. So yeah, go ahead and apply now. It'll be a great show, maybe a little different even in the fall next year. COVID, unfortunately, is having some very wide-ranging effects, so we are planning ahead. So ANUGA will definitely take place, maybe a little bit differently, but that's also why we have the extended virtual option, and it's going to be a nice mix of both.